is pretty fancy. Let's go. Oh yeah. I'm gonna post in a couple spots real fast. Can you hear the audio? I didn't share audio, damn it. There you go. Got music now? All right. I'm going to do a little sharing on a couple platforms. I got everything muted right now. Good, man. Really good. Lots of crazy goodness going on. Business is good. Went on a nice walk this morning. Saw like 8 turkeys and a little flock. It was cool. I like just take little nature videos and shit, you know. So yeah, really good. How are you doing? You're down in Colombia now? Were you in Colombia last week? It's a lot of traveling, man. That's crazy. I haven't traveled that much in my life. Okay, I love it. Carl. Link in bio. Boom. Okay. I was ahead of schedule, and then I got behind somehow. It's all right. It's all good. Live. There it is. Boom. Cool. Let me post it in all the Discords. You want to post it in Voy? Alrighty. Why is Voy all the way down here? Move Voy up the list here. So just put it in like, what do you think? Now, Voyager check. Got it. Perfect. Let's see, one more channel, and I'll get back in here. We'll do some shit. All right, that should be good. No, but like it'll still get 2 or 3 people. Like it's like 20 or 30 local people with me in Virginia, and like 2 or 3 people will pop through, which is cool. All right, got 6 people already waiting for the awesomeness. So let's flip it over. Yeah, I should probably do, okay, boom, boom. Little mic check, audio. Let's see, we got the audio. Music's good. Coming in, people. Here we go.
Ready.
What up, everybody? We're back. Finishing this masterpiece this week with Chris Swinner of the Voy Network and many other serial entrepreneur things, I'm sure. I'll bring him up here in just a second. A couple little housekeeping things, if you will. Always, never forget to go check out the website, colorfulcarl.com. Tell your friends, like and follow if you're on the stream. We're always looking for sponsors. So you got any connections with any cool art companies or any companies that might be a good collaborative space here, definitely feel free to make introductions, send them out to the stream, all the things. So Anyhow, let's flip over to the art and bring Chris on the screen. Let's go. If I can find the right setup. Live scene with guest. Boom. Now we got Chris. Let's go. Let's cut that. Boom. On the screen. First try. Could you try drawing, please, sir? I might. I will get there. Draw Jaquez cleaning Balto. Balto is a wolf dog. He's my favorite wolf. That is good to know, M. Young. That is not on the agenda for tonight, but come back sometime and, maybe we can do that. But you should enjoy the show all the same. We're going to make some cool art, finish this piece up. If you weren't here last week, this is a photo of Chris that we started with. Chris, you want to tell the audience about this lovely photograph here?
So this was from my recent trip to India. It was actually a whiskey tour. I went to multiple distilleries in India, and and this is me actually at the Amrut distillery, sampling one of the best whiskeys I've ever tried in my life, and I was just so in the moment. And Amrut's also my favorite distillery, so it was a lot of excitement and happiness all around it. And this is inside of one of the warehouses, and that whiskey was pulled directly from one of the barrels. It's actually I believe it was 75% alcohol.
Jesus. So mostly alcohol with a hint of whiskey flavoring.
with a little bit of flavoring.
Yeah.
Very good overall.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, does it just become like ethyl alcohol? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it does. But it's not to that point yet. It had so much flavor and absolutely amazing.
Love it.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Derek. #1 super fan. Derek hasn't missed a show in 3 years. Like to shout him out every week. It's quite an accomplishment. This show wouldn't have even made it if Derek didn't refuse just to come and be the only guest for like 20 shows and be the sole cheerleader hyping my shit up. And here we are now. We got 10 viewers when we flipped the switch. Like, last week when we get to 152 before the end of the night, that was quite fun. So anyhow, I've been looking at. Go ahead.
4 or 5 whiskeys deep.
Yeah. I drank too much last stream. That was good. I'm switching over to Trulies tonight. I got 2 Trulies. That'll do the trick, and some water. I'm 40 now. I gotta take this shit more serious. Like, my health and well-being.
Can you switch your chat so I see all of the chats, not just YouTube?
Sure.
Okay, is that the...
It should update. We'll see, said the blind man. Boom. Let's go,
There we go.
Derek. Yeah, okay. This is Derek's one. Sometimes I have a little too much fun and pass out before. Yeah, Derek will be asleep with the stream on, like, just chilling. Derek was in the hospital with his newborn in a very, like, hit or miss, like, was I don't want to put all his business out there, a tumultuous situation in which she is doing just fine now, but like had the baby on his chest, live stream going, newborn baby, Derek watching the stream. Super cool, man. So Derek's my dude. He's ride or die. Anyways, all right. So let's see. First things first. I was noticing this background. Like, I really don't.
Give like a recap of like how we got here, or what we did, or what's going on.
Yeah. Do you want me to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you're the artist.
Yeah. So basically, last stream, Chris and I were hanging out, and he threw this pic up here, and he threw this pic to me, and I just started like playing with it, and playing with all the background levels, and like I darkened this up a little bit, and then threw some crazy nebulous sky stuff on there. Some of my dad's paintings. Let's see if you can let's do copy layers. Let's do clear layer style. Like, that's one of my dad's paintings, right? And it's actually inverted. It looks like that. But anyways, layering all these in for different textures and colors. And here's an image of just Chris sort of isolated on the background. But just doing all sorts of different things to create cool effects. And just, see what happens, right? Like, it's always an exploration. I don't ever know what the fuck I'm doing when I start. It just becomes a journey,
The funny thing is that it, like, it only became this 5 minutes before we decided to call it done, and it way different than what it was 5 minutes before that.
Yeah, yeah. I think I added this. Like I started adding these cloudy things in, and I think this layer really sent it up, and then it started to really work. But it
Oh
was
yeah.
funny. Like you're like, yeah, like I drank way too much last stream, and I was just like couldn't hold it together anymore. And then it just started to come together at the end. But I was tired, and I needed to call it a night regardless, even though it was coming together. It just gave me some good motivation to come back this week and have more fun with my friend Chris. So here
Yeah,
we are.
last week I was in Puerto Rico, and this week I am in Colombia.
Colombia.
So if my stream doesn't look good or it's choppy, it's the internet down here.
It works, dude. It's whatever. Are you in like a hotel? Is that just like hotel art there? Or?
No, I'm visiting. My friend lets me actually stay with her when I come down to Colombia. So
Oh,
makes it
beautiful.
easy.
Makes it super easy. I absolutely prefer to stay with friends whenever I travel. It's just so much better than like staying in some strange hotel and like not knowing anybody, and it's no fun.
I hear you.
So we knocked out this piece in the background, which is like the logo, right?
Yeah.
I played it down a little bit. I'm not sure what the best play is there. I kind of like it more subtle.
Oh well, yeah, me too. Like it's like you'd have to kind of like know what you're looking for to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I think. Oh, I gotta be careful. I keep pressing the wrong hotkeys. I switched out my keyboard this week. I'm trying to see how obscene we can make this and still make it work. Ah. Let's see. I do like it a little bigger though, for sure. Swirling nebula. Although I thought it might be cool to switch it coming out of the glass.
Okay.
I thought about that I do a little like creative walk this morning, out in the woods, and I think about all my little creativity struggles in the world and how to address them. Nope, that's not gonna work for me. So I'll play it back, but I like it a little bigger. And I think just adding some cool lighting in will do a lot here, because right now you're not tied into the background quite yet. You don't have the right color and ambiance. I don't know if this standing entirely for the whole stream is going to work great for me. We'll see, said the blind man. Let me pull off.
That's right. You have a standing desk.
Yeah, and I usually can do like a cool thing where I can kneel with one leg like on a chair, but one of my legs just doesn't really bend quite great right now because it's post-op from knee surgery. But
Getting old.
yeah, dude, one step at a time. I'll get it back. I got the knee surgery in my last year of my 30s so that I could just roll into 40s doing good. A little rehab, but just get strong from there, right? So I don't like this little dark piece up here. So
Did they replace your whole knee?
no. I just got my third ACL repair. So third time's the charm. I have the little cadaver. So I got a cadaver graft from a person who passed away of something other than a heinous knee injury. And I can send them an anonymous thank you to the donor's family. So I'm gonna do that because I think that was really cool to have a little card, and it's a little number system and shit, so that it references them. But I don't, they won't have weird stalker people. You know what I mean? I'm having dreams of your loved one. Who knows? I've heard weird stories like that, but. All right, so I think we need definitely some of this sort of. All right, so I'll go here. I'm gonna make a clipping mask. So this clips onto this layer of you, right? So if I draw a line on this layer, it cuts off at you.
Okay.
Actually, but it won't work there because I have to. All right, this is another way of doing it, just making an actual mask that way. So. I was trying to do it, and then I realized I was under all these other layers where we have all these colors of you and stuff. So I need to be what's this? Oh, that's Little Man's artwork. I'll be above that. Okay, cool. So this is going to be color shift, I guess. That's probably a good way to say it. And then we'll just do overlay. I'll knock the opacity back a bit. What I want to do is just get some of this like purple in the shadows on your body. And I'll probably just knock it out of the highlights. But see how like just a little bit, all of a sudden like you look like you belong in this painting versus just being extra, just slapped in there all haphazardly in Photoshop, right? See, gets rid of some of those greens. And then I could do, yeah, let's just do lots of purpliness there. All right, and then I'll change the blending style. We'll get rid of it on the highlights, so that'll help a lot. So underlying layer, so I have this little slider thing. I love this thing, right? So I can break this apart, and then it comes out of the highlights. So now it really looks like it's working, right? See, yeah.
Turns out you're a lot better in this when you're not drinking a lot.
Bro, you're probably like, how does he even make this shit, bro? I was sauce last time, dude. So you gotta, it just depends. I just was in that mood last week, so. Yeah, sometimes the technology doesn't work. I swear to God, it's not a user error. I know what I'm doing. I've done this a million times, and like it just doesn't work. I'm just like, it makes me nuts. But it's probably, I think it's like my crazy energy I'm putting out, but maybe I'm just not doing it right, but who knows. All right, so we got the purpliness on it. Yeah, color shift, purple in the shadows.
I think I look better. I'm fixing the lighting.
Oh yeah, it made a big difference. But I want to add like a nice, what's a nice contrast?
Talk about me in my picture. Do I look better now?
Oh, yeah, there you are. I ain't looking at you at all, man. I'm looking at you here. I'm focused on the art. No, you look,
I guess.
you look good, though. I like these glasses, by the way. There's the same glasses in this photo. Yeah, it's like a purple framed transparent. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I keep thinking I'm going to, like, do something bold with glasses every time I get new glasses. And then I buy, like, these, like, super low profile, like, low frame,
Tell you what. You do what makes you happy, sir.
That's typically my default mode, man. I just figure out.
So if I can give you a little advice.
Yeah.
So there's a online glasses store called Zinni Optical.
That's where I get them, bro.
Okay, because they're super cheap.
Super cheap.
So like, when they're super cheap, you can pull with one pair, and they don't fit. You go back to like the boring ones.
Yeah, 100%. I got them in the shopping cart. I got these crazy wood framed ones that like I really love. I just haven't pulled the trigger. I don't know. I'll do something soon. Okay, so
the Optical to sponsor this stream now.
Let's do it. Let's just go. Let's let them know that they need to sponsor. That's really what it boils down to. So, all right. So green highlights. We're gonna try that. So we got this nice highlight. We're gonna do an overlay layer again. But let's see. Where do we want the light to come from, Chris? You got any thoughts on that? Should it come from like this side of the canvas or this side?
I feel it should come from the. Where should it come from?
I don't know.
Maybe like the back left.
So
you think?
Up here, yeah, like a backlighting on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be fun. Let's try that.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but I want to see it.
Yeah, let's do it. So it just means we're gonna start over here. Overlays clearly not the play. I'm gonna do a little screen. There we go. Maybe get a little brighter of a green. M Young, I see you over there with your comments, man. Hey, look, I think this is your first stream, so super jazzed you're here, and you come a bunch of times. I'm happy to do some art for you, man. You support me, I'll definitely have no problem figuring that out. But we got something. We're doing art already tonight. We've got a plan tonight. But there are nights where I have no plan. And if you show up enough, there'll be a night where I'll just do whatever the hell you want because we didn't have anything on the agenda. So you just gotta have a little patience, friend.
What's happening here?
What'd you say?
This is cool. I'm seeing the lights coming on.
Yeah. Just, add a little light in there. And I'll go back and blur it a little bit, and I'll make it sink in a little more. But you just gotta start with a little something. For me, like, the process is like do too much and then dial it back in,
I like it.
Yeah, it works best for me. Like, so this is just sloppy right now on purpose.
All right.
But like I said, it's part of the process.
I don't know any of these things.
What'd you say?
I don't know any. Like, I use Photoshop to resize images. That's what I do.
Hey, well, it does that really well. Especially now, it's even easier than ever with all the upgrades and the tools and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you could watch my live stream over and over again and just learn all kinds of little tips and tricks and things. My wife was joking on me because I replaced my full-size keyboard with this bad boy. This little pocket keyboard. It's not quite a pocket keyboard, but I'm not hating it. What'd you say?
Why'd you make the switch?
I just wanted some space on my desk. It was like everything was starting to feel cluttered. I'll probably go back. Like, I just do random shit sometimes just to change it up, the energy shift. But now, like, on my keyboard, I don't know where the buttons are, I don't even look at my keyboard mostly. But now I have to. And it's all my own fault. It is what it is. It's alright. Ain't slowing me down that much. Ain't slowing me down as much as that egregious amount of whiskey I drank last time. You were clowning. I had like 1.5 drinks. There was a good number of shots of that drink, but
I think I was like at like 5 or 6.
Bro, you were crushing them. I can't. I'm not qualified to do that. Y'all would have been laughing at my inability to do a damn thing productive. Yeah. Get on the glass here. Cool. Just kidding. See, I usually like lean on that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to switch keyboards here. Let's try this one.
Switching back, huh?
No, we're gonna go for the other, the mid size.
Nice.
We got options tonight. All right, so we'll turn this guy off. Sit that over there. All right, let's see. See if this works better for me. Might need the full size for art. She's probably watching the stream right now, laughing at me. She don't watch my content. People ask her like, "Hey, did you see the Carl blah blah blah?" She's like, "I don't follow any of his shit. I gotta see him all day." That's true.
Made an appearance at the end of last week.
Oh, she did. Yeah, that's right. That was pretty special. She doesn't do that all the time, man. You got lucky. Got to meet the mythical wife.
I've heard so much about her.
Dude, she's the best. She fucking so we went on a camping trip for my birthday this past weekend. Yeah. It was fucking awesome, dude. Like, she just planned it out for like 2 weeks, all the meals, took care of everybody, like made all these scrumptious meals on the campfire for like 3 nights. There was like 20 of us out there. It was awesome. It was really like just brought my 40s in. Brought in my 40th birthday quite in style. I just was really thankful, and it was so nice.
Happy birthday, for sure.
Thanks, man. It was awesome. Got a really amazing life. It's quite humbling sometimes, but it's all relative. I'm just having fun. So these little, I don't like all this like little ghosting pixels here. Yeah.
Like that.
Nah, they don't.
Will this be minted? Taco Coin is asking.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna mint it. We're gonna mint it on the Voy network for sure.
Taco, have you heard of the Voy network?
It's gonna be a Voy NFT. What's going on with that finger there? Taco, are you in the Carls? You Taco Carl?
I don't think this is Taco Carl.
Is
Taco
it?
Coin.
But yeah, we will mint it. Chris, you gonna help me make that happen?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Then we'll auction it off. Whoever buys it gets a signed print.
Look at that.
We'll have to get you a signed print as well. So there'll only be 2 signed prints. Ever.
Taco said you should auction it.
We will do that, sir. Taco, you familiar with Voy? Level 1 blockchain? The truth, what Bitcoin should have been, was trying to be, and got hijacked by the same people that hijacked the rest of the financial institutions. Alright, let's get back on this green. So this whole stream is just going to be me doing little details and having some fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where's my green? There it is. Look at that. Labeled my layer like a professional. That doesn't happen all the time. Ooh. Who did that little swirly
Taco
thing?
said he loves boy, Carl.
Oh, well, look. Taco knows. You know who Taco is. You're just playing coy over there, you turkey.
You know a Taco. We determined he's called Taco because the majority of him is made of taco.
I mean, tacos should be their own food group. If the food pyramid was a legitimate thing, which it never was, it was absolutely a marketing ploy to sell more grain and bullshit. But if it was a legitimate thing, I think that tacos would need to be on there, just in general. Like,
Is a taco a sandwich?
I mean, I guess, right? Like, it just depends. A soft taco could definitely be a sandwich. A quesadilla is a sandwich, but is a quesadilla a taco?
If a taco is a sandwich, does that make a hot dog a sandwich?
I mean, I guess it does. The existential questions of today, you know.
What are the rules of what makes a sandwich?
Yeah, it's like carbs pressed around some protein. I don't know. Maybe. Do you need protein for it to be a sandwich? Like, is it the peanut butter that makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich a sandwich? Yeah.
I mean, you could do like lettuce sandwich is a.
That sounds a little disrespectful to sandwiches in general, just to have a lettuce sandwich.
The lettuce for a bun instead.
Yeah, I do a lettuce bun for sure. I do that, but
saying.
I do have a gluten allergy, so yeah. Lettuce for bun makes sense though. I'm with you. I guess I didn't think about that. And that's something I eat on a regular because I can't eat normal buns.
So that's no carbs. So carbs aren't a requirement.
Understood. I'm with you on that.
Like my grandparents used to make tomato sandwiches.
So the bread was tomatoes, or they had just tomatoes?
Bread,
okay.
And it's just like thin cut tomatoes.
Salted though, you gotta have that salt on there.
Sure.
Yeah, I grow some really delicious tomatoes. I call them the Cleanthus tomatoes because I've been growing them in my backyard for 12 years and harvesting my own seed. And every year I pick the particular genetic expressions that I like. Like one year they doubled up, like a bunch of little Siamese twin looking tomatoes, like they were double lobed. So I was like, those are awesome. They were big, so I just kept excuse me. I just kept harvesting the seeds from those, and they are amazing. And just like, yeah, so they're like, if you look on my Instagram page, I have pictures of them on there from the past few seasons, but they're like red and green striped tomatoes. And the inside is green when they're ripe, and the tops are like a deep purple. And I cross hybridize them like Greek Romas with something called Jerry's Atomic Grape Tomato. So they have like a lot of the characteristics of both of those for the starting seed base, and then I've just been picking the ones I like for years now. It's pretty fun. So
That's nice.
That is what you call artificial selection. That's how we've created all the speciations of dogs and every breed of every type of vegetable. And we used to do it with pigeons a lot too until we stopped needing pigeons as a society. But like every royal house and family had their own like specific lines of pigeons, and this one had a 9 feathered tail, and this one had blue this and pink that, and like pigeons were like an exotic thing that we like bred as humans all over the world. And then when we started like not needing them to send to like carry messages and do shit, like we literally just let them go. Like people stopped. That's why like cities are all full of just fucking shit tons of
Pigeons.
random pigeons. Because they're just like the leftover of like a human technology. No, it wasn't even technology. It was like a, whatever that is. Like a, what do you even call like a harmony with nature? We don't even do that anymore. We just fucking bulldoze shit and put in pipelines and like,
Do you think we are druids?
Droids? No, we aren't. Maybe. We're getting there. What up, Toxic
droid.
Gamer?
Druids.
I like druids. That's my favorite character class in any fantasy video game I play. Always making a druid.
A good one.
You can kind of just do a little bit of everything. It's kind of nice.
Druid's pretty strong. Do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
No. I've played 90% of one scenario of Dungeons and Dragons one time. But I played like Dungeons and Dragons online. My whole staff plays Dungeons and Dragons, like, for decades. But no, I've wanted to. I just haven't had the time and space. When I was a kid, it was the satanic panic time, where like Dungeons and Dragons were the devil and some kids like killed some kids over their Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So
But it pulled me closer to it. I was like, oh, that sounds awesome.
yeah, it's like, wow, shit, these guys are next level. Yeah. So no, I haven't. It sounds like you play, right?
Oh yeah, I have actually played it as recently as like last year.
Nice. You got like a online campaign, or you like play with people in person, or?
Online. You know me, I travel too much to
Yeah.
actually be in person anymore, but
We
I need
did.
to start that up again.
There was a Dungeons and Dragons event at PAX East last year, like sponsored by Dungeons and Dragons. Huge table, like live gameplay, and we did a video for one of our clients that was at the beginning of the show, so that counts for something. It was Dungeons and Dragons themed. It was pretty awesome. So it's actually like one of our best videos ever. It was
You guys
called.
do good work.
Yeah, we try our damnedest to do the best work. We are always making cool shit. So
I'm a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons. Big fan of Magic the Gathering. I am about as
same.
big of a nerd as you can get. I watch anime.
Love it. Yeah, me and my son played Magic the Gathering all the time. I played a lot as a kid, and my car broke down in college. It got flooded, and the mechanic was like a diehard Magic the Gathering guy, and he fixed my car for parts and Magic the Gathering cards for labor. So I lost my collection at like 19, and had a car that continued to allow me to get to college. So that was always a bonus.
I play Magic the Gathering online right now, and I collect them physically.
Oh, nice. Do you use like the phone app or whatever?
So I play on the computer, but it's also on the app, on the phone. But it's Magic the Gathering Arena.
Got it. Yeah, same. You should friend me on there. I haven't turned it on in a minute, but it's one of like the 3 games I have installed on my phone.
It's a good game.
Yeah, I have the Lord of the Rings set that they just launched like last summer, and I've been meaning to like import the little. Actually, I did import them into my arena deck. I just haven't used them yet.
You can't import from physical to online, can you?
With the decks, the new deck sets, like they come with a little card you can scan, like the Pokemon stuff does. So yeah, you can do it that way.
Oh, cool.
But there's no way to like take your old cards and like physically scan them. Like they don't let you do that, because then kids would just like go to the comic shop and just scan cards all day. And
But if they were NFTs,
If they were NFTs, man, I'm telling you, as soon as it's like really easy, and people are trying to make it easy. But like I went into the comic shop when I was at Boston Blockchain this year, not last year, and I was just like, there was like one down the street, and I was like, hey, let me walk in here and talk to these people, and like I started talking about NFTs, like, that's a scam. What are you talking about? No one even does that anymore. I was like, oh man, that sucks. Like these people don't know like how amazingly powerful this would be in the space of like comics and collectibles in general. Like that's all right. They'll
Perfect
get
for
it.
that type of stuff, but
What was that?
it's perfect for collectibles. I had the whole conversation yesterday with a art professor about NFTs, and she's like, "Oh, what? Why would you ever use? I like to see things physically. I don't like digital art." I'm like, well, number one, let me actually clarify what an NFT is. NFT is not actually art. NFT is ownership of a thing,
Yep.
and that thing can literally be a physical thing. It can be a digital thing. It can be anything. All it does is it allows to um, prove and verify provenance of that thing. And that's when she started getting it. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah. So it's just that it was easy to slap digital monkeys onto NFTs, and then because that's the thing that everybody saw, um, that's what people thought NFTs were. So it's coming. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be little by little. You know what I mean? Then people get it.
Yep. Yep. For sure. And it's funny how we all know that it was never monkeys, it was apes. It's just fun to say monkeys because it just sounds even more dumb for some reason.
Right.
We all do that. And Taco, I am down to talk about trading NFTs for art and that sort of thing for sure. I would even be down to take a commission payment in Voy, so you could buy some art or commissions from me and just straight Voy.
Taco has a lot of boys, so you know.
Well, I'm for it. I'm a believer in the long game here. So I'm down to sort that out with you, Taco. Man, you had me going for a second on there, trying to figure out who Taco was, and you knew already, Chris.
I knew who Taco was. Taco is a good friend. He's
I love it.
big supporter of Boy. Been there from the very beginning.
That's what you need. You need the diehards, right? Tacos, and Derek's. People that are ride or die. You come in early, you stay late. You know? That's what you want.
Taco agrees. He'll commission you for Voy.
Let's do it, bro.
You're gonna be a Voy whale soon, Carl.
Sounds good, man. I don't have a whole lot of other crypto. I'd rather like hoard and be a part of the systems that like I want to see succeed, right? And
That's
just
right.
like y'all stuff is amazing. And it's like I'd rather put my time and energy into that and go from there. If we auction this NFT off and it sells for anything respectable, and I don't even want to put a number on that, but I will start we will do all my NFTs over there. We'll do a whole fucking, we'll launch one as often as you think. And Taco, if you want to help me facilitate that so that I don't have to do a whole bunch of extra shit, I'm down to work that out with you as well. Make sure that's worth everybody's time kind of deal, you know?
Taco's great at helping.
I love it.
I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna get a whiskey, and I'm also going to pass the pin code to my friend to pick up the Rappi delivery of food. So I'll be right back. Okay.
Love it.
Give me 3 minutes.
Yeah, dude, no rush, man. I'm out here. Thank you, Toxic. I appreciate you, brother. Taco, I'll trust you on it, sir. I'll trust you. I'm just looking for the right community to get real dialed in on. And if you haven't checked out the Crazy Carl Collective, you got to get in there a little bit too. There's some good people in there. I know I shout them out all the time, but they're my homies. I've been over there. That's my first crypto community. ones that really helped me fall in love with everything. Yeah, gotta stay true. But like that's the great thing. Like you get multiple communities and everybody starts overlapping and supporting each other. You can do greater things. One of the mottos in the Carls is "Stronger Together," and we always say that because it's so true. But yeah, shit is good. Got 28 viewers tonight, friends. Welcome, new viewers. If this is your first time out, please, give me a little like, a little subscribe. Share the love. Tell somebody about it. Definitely need to grow this channel. YouTube keeps telling me I can't monetize. Fucking assholes. If I can't get that straight, I'm gonna switch all my efforts over to Twitch. But we'll see. I appealed it and they rejected it, so now I need to look at that and figure out what the hell the problem is. Dude, that would be dope, Taco. That would be really dope. That's definitely a respectable number. I'd say like anything over, a few $100, I'd start just like really going for it. So, is Voy traded on any of like the decentralized exchanges, like Dex Screen or any of that kind of shit?
You better fucking believe it.
Fuck yeah. Okay. What are we trading at right now?
Don't you worry about it. It's not about trading.
Okay. All right.
It's about being part of the movement.
Yeah, I love it. You froze for some reason. Oh, there you go. You're back. That Colombian internet. Beard looks good tonight, man. Did you trim it up some there?
Did. I get a haircut every time I come to Colombia.
Oh,
Got
nice.
a little root. This is a single barrel of heated ex-bourbon.
Okay. So, tell me something I didn't know, Chris. You're a man of knowing many things, lots of culture and technology.
Sure.
What do you got?
Which topic? I'll start telling you about it.
Ooh. Well, I think we touched on whiskey a bit last week. That was fun. What are some of your other passions? Crypto, obviously. So if there's some cool things in the crypto space you wanna bring up, I could be for that. AI is pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm sure you've played with some things in the AI space. Anything popping off that's exciting that you wanted to?
Yeah. So what do I want to talk about first? I'll talk about a little bit of crypto first, and one of the things I'll actually talk about after that is what I'm seeing in AI lately. Not necessarily I won't get too technical with it, but talk about what I've seen coming out of AI.
Okay. Sounds good.
But one of the things in crypto that I'm hearing a lot about lately is the tokenization of ownership. So not just necessarily actual ownership, but tokenizing that ownership so people can own a piece of it, and that ownership can actually be liquid. So that's one of the really cool things that blockchain can do. I'll give you an example. Be more specific. The thing that I really love right now is commercial real estate. Bring commercial real estate to the blockchain.
Yep.
And the reason I like it so much is because commercial real estate is an amazing asset class that can bring a lot of actually returns, but it requires a lot of capital to participate. You have to put down $1 million or a lot of money, and most people don't have that kind of money to participate in this asset class, right?
100%.
But the people that are building the buildings or whatever the deal is, they don't want a ton of investors because that's a ton of overhead to track and make sure that the returns are done right and all the communication is done. So this is where blockchain can come in, is that because how blockchain, the true value of blockchain is that lowers the cost of verification. And so when you tokenize ownership of a commercial real estate, you can allow for people to buy as little as a penny of that $10 million property, um, and still
That's
get the
crazy.
same. Oh, my back.
What was that?
That freeze.
No, you're back. No, no, no. You were in it. I was saying that's crazy. I love it.
Gotcha. So the idea is that you get the 10 to 15% APRs, and not require the huge you know capital that you would get. So this allows for people that have less means to be able to get the same returns as somebody that has millions of dollars. And this is only possible because of blockchain, because it's blockchain can track ownership in an immutable way, and make it also very easy for people to even trade, and that ownership can be liquid at a very small level. Um, and this is one of the things I'm actually been spending a lot of time thinking about, and um, effort in how to do that correctly. Because the other side of things is that blockchain will really only be successful is when you remove the pain of using blockchain.
Right.
And so, spending a lot of time thinking about what the user experience looks like um, for a traditional normal user.
That's amazing. And just so people know that aren't super dialed in, when you say immutable record, what this means is that these records are created on what's called a shared ledger, and these shared ledgers are replicated across the entire network of whatever blockchain you're talking about, and they're all on a node or a spot where someone shares and upholds the ledger. And in order for someone to make a fictitious edit to the ledger, they would need to have access to over 50% of the ledgers at the same time and make that edit, which is computationally impossible in most scenarios, right? So it's immutable record just really is, it's a more secure way of keeping records than any other thing we've ever had as a technology. So just wanted to throw that out there for extra.
And it does it in a not in a cheap way, but an efficient way that is actually profitable, or can be profitable when applied to something of value. Um, there's a paper out there. It's called "Some Simple Economics of Blockchain" that I have tell everybody to read, because it breaks down what the true value of blockchain is, because people get caught up on meme coins and crypto scams and everything, and then like, the main question is, why does it even exist? This paper truly does break down why it exists. So I recommend reading it. It's by Joshua Gans and Christian Catalini.
I love that. What do you think about this new?
Ooh,
Yeah, you liking that?
I mean, what does the crowd think? What do the watch? Toxic Gamer, Taco, Derek.
Two
You
of
guys
these
got
were
thoughts?
hot garbage, but one of them looks good.
Oh,
It's so fun just to use these little AI tools built into here. Like, they don't work amazing all the time, but sometimes they get some really cool shit. Yeah, this is definitely the one here. Let's generate some more similar to that.
so Taco said I should talk a little bit of how I came up with Voy. We did
Yes.
this last week, but I'll just do a short uh, explanation. I've been in crypto, been in blockchain for a very long time. I got in it because I love the idea of the person to person, cutting out the middleman, making things even, making things fair for every person, and not really setting the rich people out ahead and make it so that you never catch up. And that's really kind of what the blockchain technology promised. And like I said, I've been in it for a long time, believe in that, trying to actually build things to make it a mainstream and bring it to everybody. But in 2020, had a big realization, because I was in crypto for so long. Like, should I still be here? Is this really still worth it? Do I still believe in the mission? And the answer was yes, I still believe in the mission, but I felt that every existing blockchain was failing us in that mission, because every single blockchain is owned and operated either by early investors or early stakeholders, and the people adding value to the chain, the people that are in the community, didn't actually own a enough of the extra share of the pie, and I didn't think that was fair. So I wanted to actually set out on a journey to create a fair blockchain that is actually ran by the community, that is actually owned by the community, and also build the economics in a way that it is not a flash in the pan meme token that goes through the roof and then crashes, but it's has a long lasting presence, and so that's what Voya is. I found a bunch of people um, that
Shared your beliefs.
like-minded, shared my beliefs, and wanted to put the effort in because that's the best way to actually build something.
Yeah, with a team. Yeah, I know. Like you and I met about coming up on 2 years, I think, a year and a half ago, and like we immediately just hit it off. We're just talking and like, God, like everything you were saying was just resonating with me. It's like, yeah, this, the idea of crypto is great, but it's mostly hijacked by the same people that own all the other financial institutions. Rich people, like the Winklevoss twins, respect to them for being early adopters, but they have like fucking billions of dollars of Bitcoin and they're just sitting on it and building out Gemini and all their things. And it's like all these early adopters have truckloads of money, and the gross opportunities for everyone are temporary at best, like you said, with these little meme coins. And like this is really doing something, what Voi's trying to do is what needs to happen. Like we need these things to be equitable and to help people have financial sovereignty and some sort of say over their own fucking financial future. Like we just get manipulated and our dollar gets dropped and crushed. What happened during COVID, I think, what did they produce? 60% of the money that's ever been minted was minted in our treasury, and then it just went straight to the stock markets and straight to the top, to the stockholder class, and people got rich as fuck, and the wealth gap drove even wider. And we're not talking about people that are like, oh, you got a couple $1,000,000 in assets. Like that's nothing compared to what some of these people have. Untold, ungodly amounts of money. It's only getting worse. So like we need things like this. We need it.
So that's why Boy exists. That's because I wanted a blockchain that, like, I'm the type person. I'm not the type of person that complains and does nothing. I'm the type of person that complains and does something about my complaints. So that is what Boy is the effort of trying to actually fix a wrong I see in the world. And the
respect.
truth is that maybe it's not the right solution. Maybe it's not the right path, but I would much rather fail at doing what I think is the right thing than not do anything at all.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what do we have other than the things we did, the things we said? Like we're all headed to the same eventuality. Like we're gonna die. So might as well invest yourself in something you can be proud of, and hang your hat there and do your best and see what happens.
And it's also, why I'm down in Colombia right now is everything I was talking about with the commercial real estate. One of the big problems in Colombia is that there are not a lot of investment options, like at all. Like in the United States, we have tons. Like there's stock market, there's mutual funds, there's like so many different things. In Colombia, there's a thing called CDTs, which are like CDs. Like the returns are next to nothing. And um, I heard a stat today that's I think that's that 50% of the Colombians' assets are in CDTs, making like maximum 2%, but more like closer to 1%. And then it was like 25% is in savings, making nothing, and then the other 25% is just in cash and everything, and um, making sure that the people like the Colombians have the ability to invest in similar types of investments as someone that has more means is super important to me.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful, man. And it should be like that everywhere, right? Like a lot of countries, only men can still have bank accounts. Only men are allowed to be custodians of actual money. And so that forces a lot of women to be dependent on maybe situations that aren't very good for them, but they don't have any other options. And we've seen scenarios where women are able, because smartphones are everywhere, right? So even in like some of these like underdeveloped countries, they went from having no phones to smartphones because they could have satellite technology and no internet to internet on their phones. And so some people are actually able, women in particular, are actually able to create wallets and take payments in cryptocurrencies for goods and services and whatever, where they weren't able to do that at all in the past. So that's like crazy powerful when you think about stuff like that. So I thought I'd put it out there.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And so I had a meeting. We have a builders call with the builders of Voy every week, every Wednesday morning. And one of the things that we talked about this morning was that it's time to start bringing the mainstream into crypto.
Yeah,
And the thing that we talked about this morning is we were talking about ways to actually fix two things. Number one is that we're fixing is the fee delegation, because right now bringing somebody into crypto, like getting them their first Voy or their first ETH or their first thing to actually use the blockchain is a huge pain in the ass, right?
yeah,
So much so that you're like it's a huge hurdle. And so what we're working on is making it so that you can actually delegate the fees to a company. So like a company that would benefit from somebody using from them using the blockchain, they can actually pay the fee to use the blockchain for their wallet. So that's one thing that we kicked off this morning.
that'd be cool.
The other thing is I'm horrible at naming things, but a embedded wallets or headless wallets, because right now like the whole idea of wallets sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Like have a wallet that you sign transactions from a different app is another huge hurdle that people don't want to deal with. They just want to use applications like normal, right? And the idea of having to switch to a different application to just make the application you're using work is like a huge user experience. So
It's quite annoying and prohibits a lot of people from getting into the space.
right. So the idea here is that the headless wallet that embeds the actual wallet into the application itself and allows for the application to do everything. So it's like it's the signing and everything like that, and then to actually make that safer for the people that do want to actually have assets in there. Because one thing too that a lot of people don't realize is that blockchain is good for more than just holding in assets. It's good for immutable data and everything like that. But anyway, but for the people that do want to actually hold assets in a more secure wallet, but still have a good user experience, the idea is to do delegated signing. So this is, of course, the end user won't need to know any of this stuff, but it's more similar to like the permissions that you give applications when you install them on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like you install on your phone, and then right when you install it, it says give access to the microphone or give access to the camera. What this is like it says, give access to your Starbucks points. Give access to your Carl Bucks, and then the application can actually only do transactions that are associated with those assets. And you could put limits on them, like you can only spend X every week or X every so many blocks, so that if the app is hacked or if something happens to the app, it doesn't risk all of your assets. That's the other thing that we kicked off this morning.
Well, that's gonna be awesome, man. And I assume, I've seen some success where people are just like, hey, we're using your credentials at this Gmail to create a custodial wallet to try to, mitigate some of that onboarding, right? Is that something you guys have considered, or like how do you guys what do you feel about that?
So my belief is like the security should be a spectrum. How safe do you want to be, depending on how much value is held in that wallet, right? Or that
right.
And The analogy I always like to use is that you have more money in your savings account, you have a little bit less money in your bank, your checking, and then you have your actual wallet you carry around on. And the idea is that the each layer is actually more and more secure as it goes up, and assets can actually flow down to actually a less your thing or a more like better user experience because it's really easy to take out your wallet to pay somebody, but it's also really easy for somebody to walk up with a knife and say, "Give me your wallet."
Right.
Uh, Much more difficult for them to come up with a knife and say, "Give me all the money in your bank account." You know what I mean?
Or your investments. Yeah.
So like that's kind of like the way I look with wallets is that um, the less assets you have, the better user experience you should have with it.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. And I want to point out, Taco says this art looks like Chris just took 3 big hits of DMT and is about ready to blast off.
Accurate.
I'm not even really sure what DMT is, but it sounds like a psychedelic, so I'm sure that it translates.
Do you think Taco? Did you see the outline of the angel behind me? The subtle outline.
That outline. All right, this thing here. I feel like there's a way to make this work a little better. Oh, I kind of just like the crazy
I can
colors.
hear the stream playing in the room next door. My friend is actually watching us now.
Oh, cool. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you watching. Feel free to, like and subscribe and all the fun stuff.
Hey, we haven't told you. So go ahead and smash that like button and
Smash it.
don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of this amazing content and hit that bell icon so you get notified.
There we go. There you go. It sounds less painfully cheesy when someone does it for me.
Yeah. Like there's studies done that um, just asking for it increases the amount it happens by a tremendous amount.
Yes, a tremendous.
Because you have no idea how much it helps the analytics and the reach when you do those things.
Yeah.
Also, comment in the comments about what you're seeing.
Oh yeah. Guys, get in the chat. This is looking good. I feel like the galaxy is distracting. Like maybe it could be better. Lens flare. Let's do the
I do
galaxy.
like the cloud in front though. Like it feels like I'm like
Oh yeah, definitely made it. That like made all the difference. It was wild. All right, so let's do a circular mask, and we're gonna do the opposite of that. Just kidding. Apparently it hates me. All right, let's try that again. Why is this not okay? Okay, stupid thing. We're gonna basics go in there.
and it also helps a lot if you reshare this link so all your friends and family can watch as well.
Extended relatives. We take all people you know. We
Right.
don't know everybody.
Like
Get them all.
I
Here.
share this every week because like I feel that people would enjoy this and learn something, and the amount of passion that Carl puts into this every single week is bonkers. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him cry on stream.
It's not even a joke. I just cry a lot. I'm emotionally unstable, So it's
He starts talking about like a memory of something about what he's actually drawing, and just starts crying. And I'm
yeah.
like, anybody that puts this much passion in anything should have a community around him.
All the passion. I'm just out here trying to live my best life. I don't know how to do anything different. So Let's go normal. Come on. There we go. Let's try to like make this not quite as. I don't want it to like totally dominate your face. You know. I want to see your
I, have a,
just lovely face coming
I,
through.
I am very pretty.
10 out of 10 for sure.
I am a 10 out of 10.
For sure.
So letting people see it is important.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you don't get lost. Yeah, that's sort of working. Yeah. Let's see. And then how do we... Let's play with the curves over here. I feel like there's a funny joke in there about curves somewhere, but I'll leave it alone. Here we go.
So, Carl, I feel honored that you let me join you in these things.
Oh man, the pleasure is mine. You single-handedly have driven the numbers of my stream up to a level where I don't just need Derek's support to keep this going. You know.
We're pretty low tonight so far. I don't know what happened.
What'd you say?
We're only at 36 right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
I feel like I let you down.
No, sir. We're just getting started. The fun has just begun. Let's see. All right, so we got some little green. Look how cool that green looks. It just like takes it all up a level, you know?
I agree.
And look, I didn't. That wasn't even like that's just part of the. There we go. Look at that. It just goes from like this isn't working like blow. Look at that. It's got some colors and shit.
Did you name that group Blau or
Blow? I should name it Blow. That'd be fun. All right, I feel like we need there's something. What if we had like a crazy light coming out of this, like light emitting from the right side.
Can I tell you about something that's else that we're working on in the crypto space?
Let's hear about it.
It's kind of silly, but that's what makes it fun.
I love it.
So one of the problems that we've actually been trying to deal with and figure out is how to most efficiently incentivize a testnet for Void, right? And what a testnet is for all the people listening is a place where people can go and test out their applications before they put it on the mainnet.
Okay.
Now, right now there's no incentive to do so. So I'm actually running a bunch of servers and everything of that sort to actually make the testnet run so they can do that. But it's not really sustainable because like what happens if I get hit by a bus or whatever, you know?
Yeah. No, that's always that's the exact phrasing I use when we're setting up SOPs in the company.
Right.
Anyways, continue.
No worry. So what's the idea that I came up with is this is actually Polkadot, is another blockchain, did the same thing. Is that they made their testnet a standalone network, right? It's like a full-blown network. It's just cheaper to use, and it has like less governance, and it has, you know, it's not as prominent as their main network, right?
Right.
And so I was like, okay, well, why don't we create a new network? Number one, don't call it a testnet, because testnet means like, you know, no value, no, you know, that it's not a real thing.
Right.
So launch a brand new network, and launch it in a way that is the incentive to actually run the network is that you run a node, and you can, like, if you create blocks, you generate these tokens. These tokens are going to be just like a regular network, but they're going to be a lot cheaper and they're a lot more plentiful. So one of the things that we're doing is that we're taking the 100% of the market cap, not 25%, not 10%, and, you know, one person hold it, but literally the entire 100% of the market cap, and putting it into the block reward incentive. So the only way to actually generate tokens is by running a node for this.
Okay.
And so this is a real fun experiment because the question is like this is a proof of stake network that will have no governance, like no people deciding anything, but literally all of the tokens will be generated by people running in the node, and it'd be up to them what they do with it, right? And then creating a bridge from this new network to the Void network. So if people want a large chunk of testnet tokens, they can buy them on Void, or you can actually just like people that are running nodes will supply a faucet for people to actually for people to be able to just get a few just to try it out. And so it becomes a self-sustaining network because the incentive is like these tokens do actually have value because they are a like a fixed supply, and just like every other argument.
Right.
But the crazy thing about it is there's no foundation. There's no anybody directing anything other than just wild west. I'll just say.
It's better than in most meme coins.
Right, and like so to make it more fun, what we're doing is we're actually naming it a fun thing. We're naming it Pleasure Island off of the old Pinocchio cartoon.
Okay.
Where all like the boys did like could do anything they wanted and they'd be naughty and everything of that sort. And the currency of it is called booty. So the idea is like it's like pirate booty.
Yeah, but all the double entendres are all there in full effect. So
the memes are gonna it's gonna be very meme worthy. People will make fun of it on purpose and talk about it, but it's literally going to be a brand new network that is going to launch like Bitcoin launched, except that it's a proof of stake network. And with the added benefit is that it will be a testnet for Void.
Dude, it sounds fun.
And I think that's the fun thing is like and if you want to participate, you can, because all of the tokens are going into the block rewards. Running a node, you'll be getting buckets of these tokens to do things with, and I'm gonna be running some nodes, and I like the plan with it is like we're gonna have a solid start date where it's like, okay, this is the start of Pleasure Island. Get your nodes running, and you can actually start creating mining tokens from day one. Everybody has the same chance of doing so, and there's a chance it all goes to shit. But that's like there's nobody that has actually more say over anything else. It's just purely a network that is running and seeing what happens.
Dude, I think that'll be a fun experiment. And look, you're not risking much. No one's risking much. But what if it works? What if it becomes another just even if it just has a good run?
Right.
I think that's cool. And then the kind of, because it still has utility, like it's actually being used for for something. It could have many, like it could have a bunch of runs, and then it could like really stabilize and become something. That's pretty cool.
It's called Pleasure Island, and the token's called Booty.
I mean, why not? We are but just immature children playing with expensive technology at this phase in our life, right? I love it.
How much booty did you get today? Tons of booty.
Never enough. Never enough.
We're all gonna be pirates.
Everybody wants to be a pirate.
We're like the part that was like a lot of fun. This was one of the things we were talking about this morning in the builders group, and everybody was talking about was just having fun talking about it. I'm like, this alone is a reason to do it.
Yeah. Why not? Like, we don't, we should do more things just for the fun of it, right? Like, we lose that. As a kid, you're willing to do almost anything just for the fun of it. If it sounds fun, you're in, right? As an adults, like, we try to, add so much bullshit into all of it all the time because we're all so fucking strapped and, we barely have enough free time to do the things we need to do to just pay the bills and get through the day. But, God, wouldn't it be nice if we just had the free time to just go, let's just do some fun shit for fun,
Right.
That's...
Fun shit.
I love it. I love it.
What we got going on here?
I'm just gonna. I selected the background distillery layer at a 50% selection rate, and then added it. Told it to just make it like psychedelic and trippy. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to see what it came up with. I didn't spell psychedelic right, so I'm not sure if that how that translates. Let me pull up Google because I can't
That's been
spell.
quiet for a while. After Taco with his comment about 3 hits of DMT.
Yeah, where you at? Where's everyone at? We got. I think it's weird. Like a lot of people come in, especially even when we have like 150 viewers. Not a lot of people comment. They're probably just all out there judging me. Just like, look at this guy. He's crazy. I'm,
I'm very much a commenter when I'm watching live streams. I will always comment. Like it could be like one person, it would be me, and I'll be like, "Hey, let's have a conversation." I'm pretty sure actually I've had that with you before, where it's
yep,
I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Carl?
dude,
How you
just
doing?"
out here living that life. Let's see. So that's probably too psychedelic. That's pretty wild. Let's see how that works. Yeah, it just sort of destroys the distillery. I think we still want to have that in there subtly, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of good about this, honestly.
I think
Good.
it's good. It's kind of weird. Like, so this is like a nitpicky thing.
Yeah.
It's like my vest now. Like it was weird, like smears. Um, like the purple on my stomach is kind of like a weird smearish thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could actually like tweak it a little bit.
Sure. So this is the painting I've laid on there. So what I could do is move it around,
Yeah, let's move
Until-
it around a little.
or I could do a whole different painting, which isn't much trouble because I already have it set up with the layer mask and all that. So yeah, okay, let's do a different painting. This
What
is
else you got?
Man, I've got the list here, bro. Let's check it out. Let's go into Colorful Carl art. We're going to Teddy's art. Old man Teddy. That's my dad. Rastaman Teddy Bear is what he used to go by. That was his little nickname. He used to go to Jamaica all the time. They dubbed him an honorary Jamaican. He full Greek, would get tan as shit. He definitely wasn't a black man, but they dubbed him Rastaman Teddy Bear. So he used to he had
It's
so
hilarious that your dad frequently went to Japan or Jamaica.
Jamaica. Oh yeah, bro, loved Jamaica. That was his jam. He would go there every winter. That one's kind of gnarly.
I like that one.
All right, let's rock with that one. All right.
Rastaman Teddy Bear.
Yeah, dude, such a fun nickname too. He lived it though. He loved Jamaican culture and like had so many great friends there. I knew all about Jamaica as a kid growing up. Never went though until I was 26 was when I went, I think. It was fun. What's up?
I've never been to Jamaica. It's one of the islands I've never been to.
It's a great place, dude. Just check it out. 10 out of 10. Recommend it. Is that more towards your vibe there? It's still it's pretty splotchy, you
A
know?
little splotchy. The way to like kind of like, I still like it better. I think. Can you like soften it a bit? Like,
Sure. So what I'll do is I'll denoise it,
right?
and that will make a big difference. I might need to run it a couple times. So we went from that to that. That's definitely softened. Is that what you meant by softened?
Yeah.
And we can always play with the hues,
Yeah,
see what
you like-
colors. What's up?
I liked it, but not. But
Let's see. I don't know about any of these color schemes. Alright, so that's softened. But we
Yeah.
could also just go with a solid color or
no, I think I like the. I like it. Honestly, I think I like this.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I
What do you
like it.
think?
I think it's fun. Can play with some levels and not just see if we like a more contrast or like even like a more of a silver. See, it looked very metallic-y there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could go this way. So like before, after. There's a little more pop.
Yeah.
You like to pop a little more highlights in there?
I'm gonna let you decide. You go.
I do like that. Cool. Oh man, we haven't saved any update shots. Damn it. Gotta have all the content for the social medias, all the
Mm-hmm.
the carousels, as it were, and things of that nature.
At
Alright,
what point do we start doing the TikTok dances?
I don't even know any of this. Fuck those guys. They fucking discontinued my. They revoked my streaming access. Like, fucking assholes. I've been streaming over there for I don't know, like a year. Whatever. TikTok. I don't know what their problem is.
They're Chinese. They don't understand good art.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I know they've robbed me of an opportunity.
By the way, I know that you're not actually looking at me; you're looking at the thing. There's a good portion. I actually was doing the TikTok dances, and you probably had. So.
Oh, I actually I saw you.
Okay. Good. All right.
Yeah, you're right here. So if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at you. Like I just, all right. Let's see. Extend legs. Let's see if it understands the assignment. Give you like stilts for legs or some sort of I just hate how you can see that little line there, at the bottom. I guess you can't see right there. Yeah, there you go.
Did it actually understand?
What'd you say?
Did it understand the assignment?
A little bit. Not great. Like that's what it did.
Maybe if you did the AI on just the layer of just me.
Yeah, that's what I should have did. So that's just you, and then let's see. Let's just do that, and we're gonna do extend legs to the edge of the canvas. So did we got the shirt? Is that better? You liking that? We can do more color on it. We can add another design.
I like the shirt. I like the shirt now.
We can combine both designs on it if you wanted. That could just look crazy. You never even know what you're gonna get there. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Was your knee crossed over here? Like, what were you doing? Oh, yeah, your leg bent back. Okay. Rasterize that layer. And then I'm gonna just do that. There we go. Boom. Nailed it. Nah. Let's make it way smaller. Cancel. Go away. That was funny. When we first started, you were just like, yeah, you're a lot better at this one. You're not totally drunk. That is true. I am. Dude, like the end of that stream, I was like, oh, I felt like we were close. And, but yeah, I definitely just couldn't continue. There was, the progress. It was like when you're really tired and you're trying to like work and you just need to stop and you're not actually being productive. I was there for sure.
I've been there with coding where it's like you hit a wall and you're like, what I'm doing right now is not good anymore.
Yeah. It's like I'm making more work for myself by continuing to work because I'm gonna have to fix all this shit. Yeah. All right, so this is looking cool. I added some little clouds along the front. I think we need just like the stars and cosmos in the front. I always do that, like a nice layer of colorful coral starriness. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do file new, and we're gonna do create, and we're gonna not that. Okay, so boom. So that's the same exact size. Colorful. Wow. There we go. I can spell colorful. I have written that at least once a day for many years, but
Did you put a U in it?
no. Yeah, well, one U, but not in the before the R.
Okay, good.
Colorful stars, starscape image from a telescope. Let's see what it comes up with. So I actually downloaded. So I was gonna make a LoRa on nothing but Creative Commons images from like satellites, and I didn't. I downloaded all the images from all the different satellites, but I haven't put it all together yet. This might be interesting. So put that on the top. Alright, I'm going to change the blending style, paste layer style. That's not what I wanted for sure. That's kind of crazy. I think it doesn't put the right emphasis on the piece, but like, we'd need to do something like that, you know? Let's see if we can pull that off somehow. Like put it off the drink, you know? This music is interesting.
Is this like, so where do you get your music from?
There's something called Epidemic Sound, and it's royalty-free music, so you don't get flagged on a bunch of platforms, and they like take your stuff down or mute it. I've had to mute the whole stream early on because I didn't have approval to use some music. Which, like, I get, but it's also just annoying as shit. Like, excuse me. Alright. I don't like that. It wasn't working for me.
I have the stream up on a different screen, so
Yeah.
I can see the picture bigger, because in yours I only see like a small window. So like I'm seeing the art done at a delay when I'm actually talking about it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's it is a bit of a delay. What you doing, kid?
Water and going to bed.
Okay. I love you.
No, thanks, girl.
Love you too, Chris. All the love tonight. Love all of you all 40 viewers out here enjoying my live stream. Making me feel important. This one's kind of cool. Alright, this is more what I was thinking of in the first. Initially.
All right, I have a pop quiz for you.
Okay.
Out of the 40 viewers, how many do you think are on Twitter?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know how to tell.
What's your guess?
30.
38.
38 on Twitter?
Yep.
Damn.
Derek and Toxic Gamer, the only two not on Twitter.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm on the fence about if I want to support Twitter, but Twitter's supporting me, so I gotta do it. I had to buy an $8 a month subscription just to live stream there, which, you know, is what it is, but a little annoying.
So I like this. This is nice.
Yeah, yeah, adds a little cohesion. Yeah.
I want the angel to pop through the top layer though.
Understood. Boom.
That kind of the angel outline gets kind of lost in when you put the layer on top.
There it is. Are you watching the delay?
Yeah. Not there yet. Tell you when.
That's a serious delay.
Oh, it's probably what, like a minute, 2 minutes. Oh, there it is. Just popped in.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the outline. That's one of my favorite things about the piece is that outline.
All right. So if I put it, so it's a little obnoxious when it's ahead of everything, but if
Yeah.
I adjusted the star layer, so it has stars in it. So once the delay, let me know what that looks like. But it's gonna be up to you. Like if you want it to really stand out more, I can do that. But I think this was a happy compromise because I moved it. I changed the way the star layer blended in and then moved it underneath. So,
Right.
so you let me know once that loads up, and then I'm gonna tone back all of the stars on top of you.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Good. Yeah, because you can still see it, especially if you're looking for it, but it doesn't like immediately make the piece look off.
Listen, I think compromise makes it better.
Yeah. Gotta compromise. What are we if we can't compromise?
So true.
What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That would be, or selecting the wrong area. Alright, so delete. Okay. Let's try this again. So I don't like how much all this stars like takes away from you. If that makes sense. So just, especially in your face, sort of just thinning it out some.
Yep.
You know. I don't know about this, like, what have you got in your pockets lens flare down here. What does Chris have in his pocket? Seems like a good time for a Lord of the Rings joke. What has it got in its pockets is? That was a Hobbit joke, really. If we wanted to be technical, but I assumed you watched all of those, yeah.
Go for it.
Good books too. Books. I didn't really care for how they over dramatized the Hobbit to make it more Lord of the Ringsy, but it was entertaining. So it is what it is. I don't hate this at all. Like this, I pulled the Voy logo in at one point while you were talking. I don't know if you saw that. I just don't know what to do with it. I want to put it in here. I want to like Easter egg it,
Yeah.
Just put it on your forehead.
That's not very Easter eggy.
No, it's not. Oh, I changed the fucking color mode. I don't even know what hotkey I did. Image. Mode. RGB. I don't know how to fix that. Now I gotta Google shit. Accidentally did a hotkey and turned on CMYK mode in Photoshop. Control Y. I learned something new tonight. Apparently you can, so that's like print colors versus on-screen colors. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, hitting too many buttons and hotkeys. Yeah, we're you know, it could be like, I like the idea of a subtle something or another. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do Command T. Ah, that makes sense. Got my new little keyboard. That could be cool right there, you know? I'm gonna blend it in more, but it'll be subtle. You know, we'll overlay. Overlay is not gonna work here. I'll lose it entirely. We'll do normal, and then we'll just play with some of these blending options. Is that going to be too subtle, you think?
The boy in the pants?
Yeah.
That's super subtle. I'm okay with like super subtle actually.
Is that super subtle?
Even more subtle.
I like the idea that it's a blockchain and it's in your pocket, you know? I mean, I feel like people are gonna like know what that is, or they're not, you know? Because it doesn't really. It's not too obtuse. I could make it a little more subtle. How's that?
A little more.
There?
A little more.
Are you watching live or delayed?
Delayed. Okay, I think that's it.
Well, it might be too far now.
Okay, I'm only gonna watch them delayed.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it right there, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I like it. Voy in your pocket.
Right.
That's what you need. Need that pocket voy.
You're happy to see me.
Is that crypto in your? What else do we need here? I don't know. I feel good about this. Honestly, I like it.
I think we're there, honestly.
Yeah, same. I'm ready to sign this bad boy.
Sign it.
All right. I've done some splatter texture now. That will be annoying. That's my logo. Alright, so first decision is what color should the logo be? I think we can get away with a nice purple.
Listen, I don't think I like the boy on the pocket.
Yeah?
I kind of like it's like out of place.
Okay.
Like if like if like the clouds swirled in the logo, that makes sense, but this feels
Forced.
forced, yeah.
Okay. Well, we can do something more subtle. Or we can scrap it all together. Whatever you want, man.
Because it feels forced, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't want to force it. Where could we put it? Let's see. This is a dark purple on a purple, right? Do you want me to try to make this work? because I'm happy to do that. I'm also happy to leave it alone.
Sure, give it a shot. I mean, what we got going on tonight? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean we're doing it right now. This is what I'm doing tonight, so.
I'm doing freaking some whiskey over here.
I love it.
Well, it's only 60%, so not quite 75.
Yeah, that's it's got to be reasonable sometimes, you know. I mean, we could make it like part of the signature, right? Do something like that where it's small,
Okay.
and then it's like intentional and it's not trying to be obnoxious.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we got that. So we'll have the Voy logo there, and actually I could clean it up a little nicer.
Put yours on top. You deserve to be on top.
Okay, I can do that. Let me get the color I want for this first. I really want like a nice purple. I feel like that didn't even work. There it is. That sort of works. I think I need to grab like this color, one of those, yeah. Let's try this again, and then we'll start organizing the things. Yeah. That's cool. So you're thinking
You should make yours bigger.
okay. So I
Like
sort of have a standard style. What you want is my logo to be more prominent than yours. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Okay.
because I need everybody to know this is a color for Carl.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I spent hours sitting next to you doing this.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. 3 hours, maybe 4.
The amount of work I put into this, Carl.
I know. And you want me to be showcased. I appreciate that. So, what? I'm so tired. Sneaks up on you. I'm excited about this though, man. It's wild and trippy. We got like these little spacey mountain cloud things and layers and colors, and you're like in the midst of it in this distillery. Like it's fun because like I never know how these are gonna come together, and then they just do, you know. Maybe Colorful Carl could be white. I think that would actually make it pop off even better. Put a little drop shadow on it, you know? Maybe, we'll see. Drop shadow. Alright. You can tell my brain is starting to fail me now.
Uh-oh.
That was cool. The audio did like the little left to right speaker thing. It was fun. Alright,
I think they call that stereo.
whatever. It definitely is what they call it. It like was in stereo, like a stereo, you know? Next level. People been having some stereo stuff. So we got that Voy. Is that where you want it?
Yeah.
That work for you? All right, and then I'll sign it right next to it. 100 percentile. Yeah, man. Okay, still too big. That's too small. Alright, we're gonna get it now.
Oh. Wow.
What? What's it, 19th? 2 days into my 40s. This is the first piece of artwork I've done in my 40s.
Your best one yet?
Number one. So the question is, do we want this to have any color down here? Is that distracting? And is the drop shadow distracting? The drop shadow is a little distracting. I don't know. I kind of think it's cool. It's working for me. Working for you?
For me too.
Good. We got the Voy logo. We'll move that up here. Cool. And then we're just gonna tweak the position on these a little bit. Alright, and does the logo look alright? It's got like some kind of hazy stuff on it. It's kind of cool. I don't know.
Cool with it.
I could drop in like a vector if you guys wanted or whatever. I like it though.
Our head of branding is gonna lose his shit, but
Hey, head of branding can email me. Vector logo, I'll plop it in there. It'll be purty. I literally just scraped that off the internet, so.
this looks good.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Psychedelic portraits by Colorful Carl.
Good. These are a normal for you. You're big. I'm surprised there's no mushrooms in the background.
I've done that before. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. I did it with my kid one time. A bunch of mushrooms and like crazy shit in the background in the middle of a transformed into a werewolf.
Werewolf, yeah, I saw that one. I watched that stream.
Oh yeah, it was a good one.
I think it's one of them you started crying on.
Yeah, dude, probably. I cry in all of them. You just gotta keep it real, you know?
Like it's what hooked me.
For real? Or are you just being
Yeah.
funny? Okay.
I'm serious. I'm like, not that you're crying. Like I wasn't like, ooh, look at that guy cry. It was much more of a like putting it all out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have no mask at all. Like I can't fake it. It just, with anything, I just do what feels natural all the time, you know? Some little quality of life edits in here I'm gonna make while we're just bullshitting, but I don't like this little halo in here, so I'm just gonna blend it out. But yeah, I guess that's probably, I take for granted how refreshing it is for people to see other people just be real and genuine with emotions. Like, I don't pretend like my life isn't hard or like shit doesn't go wrong or like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but like the hard times help you appreciate the good and define the good and know that like, oh man, you can really identify like, oh, this is amazing and these things are good and like life doesn't always have to be so hard all the time, and I don't know.
Paco's probably not listening anymore, but he's a very emotional guy.
I love it.
He wears his feelings on his sleeve.
Dude, as we should all in some degree. I don't like what's going on with this finger here. I didn't notice that. Let's see. Oh, let's do this. Sneaky. Watch this. I'm going to go here. And boom. Move that up there. Look at that. Almost fixed it in one go. So then I'll do a little erasing around the edge with a proper brush that isn't made out of clouds.
Taco left. He's doing his own space right now.
Oh, cool. On Twitter, I assume? Twitter Spaces or whatever?
That's right.
Nice.
He does every Tuesday night, a voice space, and then Wednesday night is Ice Age, but it looks like he's joining Ice Age tonight as well.
Oh, cool. What's Ice Age?
Another guy in the Void community.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. I love it. Cool, man. Yeah, I'll probably spend tomorrow doing a little bit of quality of life edits on this guy, but for the most part, we're there, man. Yeah. So you let me know what's the next steps to like minting. Is that should I email Taco, or is that something you can help me with?
Let me think about it. Best way to actually get this done, and as I would like to do an auction.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
What's fun?
Yeah. Get me into the Void ecosystem, you know, and then I'll set up a node and all that too. I've been telling you I'm going to do that since last March. It's been a year. Damn.
For a year. Yeah.
Fuck. I can do better. I can have some Void already in my wallet.
You have a lot of Void already.
What is my problem?
Well, I am going to let you go, sir.
Yeah, man. Dude, it was so fun.
I've been staring at a sandwich here for about 30 minutes now.
I got you.
I'm gonna eat it. Thank you, everybody watching.
Yeah.
I will see you all in another time. Please invite me back again.
For sure.
Whenever you want. And it's been a good time.
Yeah, man. Actually, I'll have you on my podcast, the Pixel Retentive Podcast. So that'll be the next thing I hit you up about. But let me know what we need to do moving forward.
I've been on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, dude. We totally had you on the podcast. Duh.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was like your number one most watched podcast.
Dude, we did our 82nd episode today. So I'm...
82nd? Oh.
Yep.
80 seconds, not 80 seconds. Okay, got it.
No, yeah, 82nd episode ever. So, anyways, yeah, you can look up Chris on our podcast too. I could probably pull up the episode, but it's easy to find. Just type in Chris Swenner. Anyways, take it easy, brother.
All right, appreciate everything. See
Peace.
you later, everybody.
See ya. All right. And we're back. Cool. What in live stream with guests is no longer a live stream with guests. We do shoulder cam. So I'm still just gonna be here cleaning up this art a little bit. So if you all want to chime in, ask any questions, all the fun stuff, I'll still be here doing the thing. Let's see if the side cam's gonna actually start working. Not pointing in the right direction, but we're just getting close. Let's see. There we go. Cool. We're back over here on the stream. Yeah, so I just get in here at the end and just kind of clean up all these little details. Just some little subtlety things that no one would ever notice but me and a few other persnickety folks. Inconsequential details. Sometimes that's a big part of it, just, you know, giving a shit about the little details. Like, I don't know, that looked a little weird, didn't it? I don't want that. A lot of tearing. You get that sometimes. Still got anybody else out there? Anybody watching? Hanging out? Definitely be back next Wednesday with some more fun art. Always looking for guests too. It's fun to have guests on. I feel like the conversations are a lot more entertaining than when I'm trying to do art and focus and ask questions and, you know, all the things on that level. Can only do but so many things at once. Allegedly. Let's see. Yeah, this is super cool. I think this came out pretty awesome. So we're going to save it. Save as a copy. And we're going to be done with it. Chris Swinner. Boom. In case you were been watching or you're interested. Original image. Final. Nailed it. Cool. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for coming out. It's always great seeing everybody. We had a good stream. Got some cool stuff done. And made a cool piece of art. Here we are. I'll be back next week. Don't know what I'm doing next week. So if you've got thoughts, hit me up. ColorfulCarl.com. There's a contact form. Happy to collaborate with people. Just if it sounds interesting and it seems like it'll make sense to me, I'm open to ideas. So anyhow, check out my podcast, Pixel Retentive Podcast. It's pixelretentive.com. But if you go to colorfulcarl.com, you scroll down, you can go to the podcast, you can go to Epic Made. There's links to all the old live streams. You can check out the Graphic Artist Guild, which where I do my giving back and my advocacy work, where I help fight for artist rights and copyright rights and ethical AI and making sure that we us artists stick together and help each other. So there it is. All right, friends. I will see you all next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m.